Hi guys, Gaz Cooper here, how you doing? On this video we're going to be talking about diving Ambergris Caye. Now Belize has got so many different destinations for diving, meaning that each place offers something different and unique and also different type of diving. As an example, Ambergris Caye offers spur and groove formations, which we'll talk about in a minute, whereas the atolls of Belize offers wall diving, whereas the Placencia offers reef diving but further out to the reef. So each place is a little bit different, so we're going to delve into that with a specific video for each specific diving area. And the idea of these videos, guys, is to give you the full information so you can choose the right area for Belize that will fit in with not only your dive experience but also your dive expectations for diving Belize. So let's move forward with our first destination, which is Ambergris Caye. Now Ambergris Caye is home to San Pedro town, which is a quaint town, and it's the main tourist destination in Belize where the majority of tourists visit. The reason for that is because it's a great little town, you know, with some great diving offshore. Lots of different places to stay there, from very expensive condominiums and private homes to medium priced great divers hotels to real inexpensive places for backpackers, and everything in between. Yeah, you've got lots of different bars, restaurants of every, you know, Italian, Belizean, you name it, you've got a restaurant there for it. And also, you know, there's lots of different entertainment. You've got a couple of nightclubs, so it's kind of a bustly place. But Ambergris Caye is 25 miles long, so you've got South Ambergris Caye, North Ambergris Caye, and then you've got San Pedro town. And I'll do another video explaining all that, but this one's mainly about the diving off Ambergris Caye. So let's move on. In this picture here, guys, you're going to see the Belize Barrier Reef. Now I'll show you with my mouse right here. This is on the inside of the reef, and the maximum depth here is anywhere from 6 to maximum 15 feet, let's say. Yeah, on the outside of the reef, which is the deep blue area, that's where you actually go diving. And you can see all these dark finger shapes right here, and then the lighter blue in between all that. That's spur and groove formations, or fingers, and that's where you'll be diving. And there's lots of spur and groove formations, canyons, lots of tunnels, lots of swim-throughs, and that's basically the sort of diving that's located on the Belize Barrier Reef. Now, the Belize Barrier Reef runs the whole length of the country of Belize. It's 175 miles long. Now, where Ambergris Caye, it's literally only 5 minutes from shore, a couple of minutes from shore, and you're actually on the Belize Barrier Reef. The further south you go, the Barrier Reef is moving further and further away from shore. So at Placencia, for example, a boat ride out to the reef there is 45 minutes to an hour, whereas Ambergris Caye, you're on the dive sites within 5 to 15 minutes max, really. Okay, if you look at this picture right here, guys, I'll show you with my mouse again. This white line that you can see coming all the way along on your left-hand side, that's the Belize Barrier Reef. Yeah, and those are the waves breaking on top of the reef. And on the right-hand side, you can see a more windy day, yeah, where you've got lots of waves crashing over the Barrier Reef right there. And you'll also see where my mouse is right now, these are cuts. And what these are is the only access to get on the other side of the reef. Now, Ambergris is a good learning experience for those divers that have never dove in let's say conditions. Yeah, if you've only been used to diving Cozumel, Bonaire, Cayman Islands, where it's generally flat calm on the leeward side of the island, Ambergris Caye is not like that, except in some summer days where it's very, very calm. Generally, we've always got an onshore breeze blowing, so therefore the sea conditions are nearly always 3 to 4 foot chop, and on windy days at certain times of the year, March is the windiest, yeah, you can have, you know, 6 to 8 foot seas. Yeah, and the dive boats have to actually navigate the cut to get out through the reef to the other side where you'll go diving. So the good thing is, don't worry about 3 to 4 foot chop, 5 foot chop. Once you've done the first dive, first of all, you'll be a lot more experienced, you'll be more comfortable, and you'll be a way better diver for it. So moving on. some of the dive sites that you're going to dive, I really like Ambergris Caye diving. Yeah, it's really nice diving, and you've got some unique, different spots. And I call Ambergris Caye the nurse shark capital of the Caribbean, literally because there's multiple dive sites with only about 10 minutes from shore that you're going to see loads of nurse sharks. Yeah, Cypress Gardens, Eagle Ray Canyons, you're going to see loads of nurse sharks on each one of those dives, and they're going to follow you throughout the dive. You've also got in the centre here, guys, Eagle Ray Canyons. Now, Eagle Ray Canyons is voted Ambergris Caye's #1 best dive in the country. Then you've got lots of groupers on the dives as well, especially around Holchan and Pillar Corals area, and also stingrays are abundant also. Now, Shark Ray Alley, which is located in the Holchan Marine Reserve, which is a 7.5 square mile completely protected marine reserve, which encompasses Shark Ray Alley and Holchan, which is known as the shallow cut. But of course it encompasses a 7.5 square miles, so it's really big. But when people refer to it, they tend to refer to the cut that's out there, which generally everyone goes out snorkeling and diving. Lots of stuff to see there, guys. Shark Ray Alley is not a dive site, it's a snorkel site. It's only 8 foot deep, yeah, but there's a whole resident population of nurse sharks there. And also on the left hand side you can see that green moray eel, which is getting real close to the camera. He lives at Shark Ray Alley too, and he's not shy, as you can see. Holchan is absolutely packed with fish, guys, and especially the cut that goes at the shallow cut, which is a 30-foot dive. That's really a superb dive. Generally there can be quite a rip-roaring current there, but if you can catch that on the neap tide when there's no current, yeah, it is really an absolutely stunning dive. You've got eagle rays that fly in and out of the cut. You've got a resident population of tarpon there. You've got huge Cubera snappers, and you've got a tiny little cave swim through right at the point where you turn back from there, which is literally chock-a-block full of fish. It really is. I think Holchan is one of the best shallow dives in the Caribbean. I really do. It's such a fantastic dive. Now, the other great thing about Ambergris Caye as a destination, yeah, is you can get out to the Belize atolls for a day. You know, Blue Hole trips are 1 full day trip, which is a three tank dive, and you can also get out to Turneffe Islands and do the Elbow or Northern Turneffe. Glover's Reef is not accessible from Ambergris Caye because it's too far south. Now, I'm not going to go into too much about the Blue Hole trip because I'm going to do a video completely separate about that, and telling you all about what's included in the day trip, and you know, all the different dives and stuff, and also if the Blue Hole is really worth it after all. So check out my webpage right there, guys. You'll find the other videos about the Blue Hole and everything. Now, the other great thing about Ambergris Caye is not only can you do some great diving, get access to the atolls, but you can also go on a day trip to the mainland. You can go and visit Mayan ruins, you can zip line through the jungle canopy, you can cave tube through jungle rivers, yeah, or you can go visit the zoo, which is a real unique zoo, everything natural enclosures. So it's a real great place for divers that really want to do something more than just diving. You know, you enjoy after diving entertainment. You like to eat in different restaurants. You like to be able to get to the mainland to do a different trip. You like to be able to get out to the atolls, but you're not living on a boat, or you're not on a deserted island somewhere. You've got other stuff to do after diving. So obviously if you've got a partner that doesn't dive, Ambergris Caye might be the perfect location for you. Now, if you're a really experienced diver, you know, and you've dove all over the world, and you've dove in exotic locations, and you've got a lot of dives under your belt, Ambergris Caye diving probably is not going to keep you too happy. Yeah, we got some nice diving there, but compared to Belize atolls, it really isn't, you know, compared to, you can't really compare it to the Belize atolls. And if you're a really experienced diver, you should be looking at more Lighthouse Reef, Turneffe Islands, a liverboard, or Glover's Reef, you know, rather than Ambergris Caye. Ambergris Caye is perfect for beginner divers, intermediate divers, divers that have dove in places like Bonaire and Cayman and those places. Ambergris Caye is a great location with some really nice diving with access out to the Blue Hole. But again, if you're a seasoned veteran diver, Ambergris Caye's diving is probably not going to keep you happy. Okay guys, that was just a small video about Ambergris Caye diving. We'll move on to Placentia diving next on the next video. So until then, this is Gaz Cooper checking out.